scenes and details may be intense or unsettling for certain viewers.
Welcome to the Cartel, where power, danger, and cash runs everywhere. You are the convoy lead, the one they trust to drag a cold truck across the crossing without questions. You are in a fenced loading yard under floodlights, parked nose out in a pickup with a burner phone buzzing on the dash. You are here to run a border load before the sun comes up because the corridor needs the bricks moved tonight. You are doing it because saying no gets you replaced and buried in the same night. And right now, the plaza boss is watching you like you are the test, not the driver. You step out and the gravel crunches loud under your boots. The reefer sits behind you, door sealed, temperature display glowing like a heartbeat. 2 motorcycle scouts idle near the gate, helmets on, engines tapping impatiently. The reefer driver won't meet your eyes. He keeps both hands on the wheel like it's a confession. The boss leans on his SUV door and flicks a finger at the cargo seal tag. He points once. 1 extra package. You accept the voice note and keep your face flat while it plays. The message is simple. Deliver the load. Deliver the sealed passenger. Do not open it. You nod like a professional. Your jaw locks anyway. You stare at that untouched seal and the reefer readout, and you calculate how long a person lasts in that box if the air is wrong. The boss presses the burner into your palm hard enough to leave a print. You pocket it. Then you turn and walk straight to the reefer anyway. You slide back into your pickup and roll out with the convoy like nothing changed. Dashboard glow paints your hands on the wheel. The scouts drift ahead, 2 dark shapes cutting through headlight spill. The reefer truck sits heavy in your side mirror, its marker light steady, obedient. You fold a paper map on your knee and draw quick lines with a pen. No names, just turns, bridges, choke points, places where headlights can disappear for seconds. You tuck it under the sun visor so you can grab it blind. Your radio handset clicks, you keep it short. Hand signals only at the tight spots. No chatter, no hero talk. The burner vibrates again, you don't listen. You silence it with your thumb like you're crushing an insect. You tell yourself you're staying clean by not hearing more, but your eyes keep snapping to the reefer, to the doors, to the seal. You make the decision with your foot on the gas. You are stopping once, just long enough to see what they made you carry. You take a roadside pull-off that looks like nothing from the highway. Headlights wash over weeds and broken concrete. The scouts drift out to cover angles. One posts up his lookout bike angle to block a view. You grab bolt cutters and a flashlight. The reefer driver stands behind you, breathing fast, hands hovering like he wants to help but knows better. You cut the seal. 1 snap. The sound feels like a gunshot in open air. Cold spills out when you crack the doors. It hits your face and turns your breath into fog. You climb inside, boots scraping metal, flashlight beam bouncing over stacked produce boxes. You find the second latch where it shouldn't be, hidden behind cardboard and plastic wrap. You peel it back and pull. A compartment opens and there he is, a bound courier, zip ties biting his wrists, tape over his mouth, eyes wide, not pleading, measuring. You rip the tape just enough to get words. He whispers route details you weren't supposed to know. He drops a cartel nickname that lands heavy in your gut. The kind of name people stop saying when they want to stay alive. You shove the tape back, slam the latch, and stack the boxes like a liar. You reseal the door with a spare tag. Your bolt cutter slips from your hand. It clanks on metal. Loud, clean. Echoing, you freeze, listening for an engine that shouldn't be there. You push forward and pretend the stop never happened. Minutes later, you take another pull-in, this one beside a roadside shrine. Candles flicker low against painted stone. You throw on hazard lights and make it look like a quick prayer and a quick fix. You pop the tailgate and unwrap spare plates from cloth. Your scout crouches with a wrench, shoulders blocking the work. The reefer driver keeps staring down the road, jaw working, waiting for headlights. You swap your pickup plates first. Then you move to the reefer, hands cold, bolts stubborn. You do it fast anyway. Every turn of metal is another step past the point where you can talk your way out. A dark car sits back from the shrine with its lights off. Not parked like a local, not moving like a traveler. It creeps forward a meter at a time. You freeze mid-bolt. You can feel your pulse in your fingertips. You finish the last bolt by feel, not sight. You slam the tailgate shut and wipe your hands on your jeans. You could walk up and end it right here. One confrontation, one body. You don't, not yet. You order the scouts with a sharp hand wave. Bait it, make it show itself, make it show plates. You get back in the pickup and roll out like you on the road, even though your eyes never leave that dark car in the mirror. The checkpoint hits you like a wall of light, portable floodlights, cones, blue strobes chewing up the night. A folding table sits dead center, paperwork stacked like it means something. You pull up first. You step out holding a folder. Calm walk, steady breath. Your reefer idles behind you, driver gripping the wheel hard enough to whiten his knuckles. The checkpoint commander leans in and smiles like a man who sells permission. He taps an envelope on the table. Stamped, familiar, the usual exchange. You slide his envelope back across to him, empty, his smile twitches. You pull a pistol from your waistband and press it under the table edge where only he can see. You keep your face neutral. You keep your voice low. You make it clear this isn't negotiation. This is a moment he will survive or not. His eyes flick to the reefer doors, then back to your hand. He lifts the barrier with a tight signal. His officers look away on purpose. You drive through. The burner rings. Unknown number. One label on the screen. Counterintel. You answer. You ease onto the shoulder for half a breath, just enough to make space. The dash clock glows. The phone screen lights your knuckles. Counterintel comes through the speaker, voice clean and bored. He doesn't ask how the road is. He doesn't ask if you're safe. He tells you this run is a loyalty test. Deliver the sealed passenger alive and you are clean. Deliver him dead and you are promoted. That's it. 2 doors, both locked behind you. You angle your rearview mirror and catch headlights closing fast. A tail. Smooth, patient, not a random car. You tilt the mirror again to catch the driver's silhouette. You want a face. You get a shape, you swallow and keep your voice even. You say you understand, you act like you accept the terms. Your free hand slides into the glove box. Your fingers touch the gun without pulling it. You can't afford a mistake on a recorded call. The captain keeps talking like he's reading your pulse through the phone. He reminds you they will know what you choose. You stare at the reefer in the mirror. You decide on a third option, neither alive nor dead on their timetable. You will trade the captive off route, and then you will vanish. You set the stage at a roadside repair turnout. You make it look accidental. You pop the hood. You pull a coolant bottle and spill it onto hot metal and pavement. Steam rises on cue. You wave the reefer forward with a hard gesture. Keep rolling, don't stop. You stay back like a helpful lead car with a problem. The scouts circle ahead, then disappear around a bend to watch the approach. The tail takes the bait and pulls in behind you. Close, confident, like they already own your night. You leave the hood up and walk back with your pistol held low against your thigh, not brandished. Ready? Your steps are slow so they think you're thinking. The tail driver cracks the window. His hand moves down towards something. You don't wait to identify it. You slam the window with your palm. You yank the door open. You grab him by the shirt and drag him half out of the seat. You rip the dash cam card out with 2 fingers. Quick, violent, efficient. You break his tool before it becomes your evidence. You could shoot, end the witness, make the road quieter. You don't. You shove him away and let him run into the dark on foot, because you choose speed over silence, and you know he will report anyway. Pre-dawn finds you on a river crossing bridge under sodium lamps. Oncoming headlights streak past like they don't care who lives. Your radio crackles with the reefer driver asking if this is still the plan. You don't answer with comfort. You answer with command. You spot the exit sign at the last second. No names, just arrows, just a chance. You cut across lanes hard, tires bite. The pickup swings toward the ramp. You shout into the radio for the reefer to follow. Now he hesitates. The reefer drifts like a decision. You repeat the order slower and louder until it isn't a suggestion anymore. The motorcycle scouts weave into traffic and block the lane behind you. They angle their bikes to force braking. They buy you seconds with their bodies. In your mirror, an unmarked pickup appears from behind, pushing through the slowed cars. It wants the ramp too. It wants you in a box. The reefer finally commits and swings over heavy and late. The ramp drops away and you take it fast. At the bottom, your stomach drops. A barrier of trucks is already parked sideways across the road. Engines off, doors closed. Like a picture set up hours ago, someone knew you would choose this. They funnel you into a rural compound lit by generator floodlights, dirt under tires, concrete walls, men on rooftops with rifles like they're part of the architecture. A local family waits in the open, not nervous, not surprised. The matriarch stands front and center with a clipboard like this is business. You walk in with your hands visible. You make your pitch fast. You offer the sealed passenger for safe passage and new papers. You promise the load keeps moving if they keep you breathing. She nods and slides the clipboard toward you. A signature line, clean, simple, like the world still cares about ink. Then your scouts are disarmed from behind. One by one, forced to their knees, you hear the clack of weapons hitting dirt. You don't turn fast. Turning fast gets you shot. You look at the reefer. You think about the bound courier inside. You think about the route names he whispered. You realize the family isn't choosing sides. They already did. An SUV rolls in with tinted windows. You know the shape before the door opens. Counterintel steps out. Same calm, same bored eyes. He points at the reefer like he's pointing at your future. He tells you to open it. In front of everyone, you walk to the doors, your fingers find the latch, and you understand there is no version of this where you walk out clean. Morning puts hard light on everything and doesn't forgive you for it. You drive alone on a dirt road with the pickup vibrating under your hands. Your passenger seat is empty. It stays empty. A discarded cargo seal sits on your dashboard like a trophy you didn't want. A motorcycle helmet hangs from your mirror, swinging with every bump. One of your scouts isn't wearing it anymore. You don't let your mind say his name. Your knuckles are swollen. There is blood dried into the cracks of your skin. Not from the road. Not from a wrench. You hold the original burner in your palm. The cracked screen still shows the thread. Orders, times, proof. You delete it all with your thumb, one line at a time. It doesn't feel like erasing. It feels like signing. You pull over, open the door, and vomit into the dust beside your front tire. You wipe your mouth with a blood-stained cloth and get back in. No pause, no recovery. The road doesn't allow it. You glance at the empty seat again. The sealed passenger never sat there. The outcome was decided at the compound in front of witnesses with your hands doing what they told you to do. You pass a roadside sign riddled with bullet holes and you keep driving. You understand the consequence that can't be fixed. You didn't escape the corridor. You proved you belong to it, and now they own what you did forever, so you will run loads again.